What's up, you guys? I just kind of wanted to rant because I got something to say. Now, a lot has changed, a lot is going on, and I just kind of wanted to record some of those things in a video talking about a lot of stuff. Now, I'm going to talk for you and I'm going to talk for me, so it's going to just be a lot of talking. This is going to be a video where I'm just talking because a lot of conversation has been going on. You know, sometimes when you're on the phone, though, and someone's talking, whoop, I'm about to drop my phone, just trying to demonstrate. So, you know how you're like on the phone, and then someone is just like talking and just like, yo, okay, I got your point. You got a lot to say. I'm gonna listen, but goodness. So I'm gonna talk for you and for me. First thing I want to say is I've been overwhelmingly blessed by just kind of how life is. I like to acknowledge the blessings because it's a lot of negativity. It's a lot of things going out in the world, and I've kind of written about those things, and I'll talk about all of it, I think, in this video. This is going to be just like talking. What you got to say? What you got to say? Well, you got to listen if you want to know what's being said. So listen, if you dare. Now, one of the things that I've been thinking about is how time somehow fits in with exercise. You know, when I say exercise, I mean like process. When you think of time, like I've been wearing a watch, and I never thought I would really wear a watch because I always thought watches kind of restricted time. But you know, some things are scheduled, and it's amazing how cool it is having a watch. Instead of having to pull out your phone when someone asks you what time it is, you just be like, and it's been kind of putting in perspective for me just kind of how a lot of things are controlled or somehow boxed in by time, but how also there's still freedom in that. There's still freedom. Like time is not really, it's in essence one of those philosophical narratives that can go on and on. I can talk all day about time, and it even factors in your attention span, because some people are just like, okay, get to the point. And I've talked about that before, like the whole idea of getting to the point. No one really enjoys the exercise so much because the exercise can be frustrating. It can just be like what are you saying? But if you're really listening, who knows where it'll take you. So it's really just depending on how much you choose to invest, because you can take someone's time. In a sense, someone looks at time differently. I mean, it's unilateral, it's triangular, it's, you know, it's time. But anyway, so yeah, watch has been really interesting for me lately. You know, I find interest in the simplest things. You know, I'm one of those dudes that can look at anything too long and observe and, you know, kind of make my thesis because my mind is actively going. And then life plays a part in that too, just what I'm doing in life and what I want to do, you know, my motives, my ambitions. I think we all have intentions, and we have places that we want to go, and sometimes we're motivated to go those places just because we've dreamed of those places. You know, as a child, you can think of the things you wanted to do, and I think of what I wanted to do as a child. Like I've always wanted to communicate and somehow express some sense of passion that was to, you know, stir some love and laughter, because love and laughter and positivity, all of those things are, it's medicine, it's healing, you know, and I love art because of that. So music plays a part, and just seeing how music has taken me where I've been, you know, I'm sometimes it's like, wow, when you really look back, and then the writing, and when you're able to record and just literally see all the things that's happening at once, it can be quite a suspense, you know. It's like, wow, so much has happened, and it, you know, you move on to something else. It's like, all right, time for tea. Literally. One of the best things about life is improvisation, and this has become pretty much the narrative of what I intend to do in everything, is just cause and effect. Dun, 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 dun. You know, so expect to, you know, a lot of that. It's gonna be one of those kind of things. So enjoy. It's gonna be a ride. It's just conversation. So when people ask me what kind of videos I make, I've always been able to just say, hey, well, I just talk. It's conversation, paradise conversation. Enjoy.
Addiction. We all have some of some kind. But addiction is not really addiction if you're just doing it because you want to do it. That scares people. The desire to do what you want to do. You know what? We all do. Because at the end of the day, you're with yourself all of the time. You know what you like. And if you want an extra donut because you like extra donuts, then you gon' get the extra donut. I can't tell you not to get the extra donut because I think the extra donut might cause heart disease or heartburn. While that's true, it ain't you getting the extra donut every day. Maybe I'm aware of my heart disease and heartburn possibility. So let me do what I do. Do what you do because I'm going to do what I do. That's how we do it. Doing what we do. So do what you do. At all times, do what you do. May I ask why again? May I ask why again? May I X why again? May I X why again? Darkness. One cannot interpret this darkness. One must fade away into this darkness with eyes closed, with lights out, with blinds down, walking astray in the darkness. What's around in the darkness? Fright and fear, anguish, not sure where you're going. Complete darkness. Can you go anywhere within? Can you go anywhere within complete darkness? Do you choose to open your eyes or do you have your eyes closed because you're aware that there's something around? But if you open up your eyes and you still see darkness, you're surrounded with product of saturation. You know what's around you. Stick your hand out. Okay. Now the lights are off. You can turn your eyes on. This is the closet. Then this is the light. The light is on. Bam. I said I'm going. I said I'm going. I'm going in. Going in. Got places to go. Got people to see. Yeah. I'm going in. Going in on all y'all. Making sure you aware. Making sure you alert to the sound. Ooh. Ooh. I'm going in. You heard me. You feel me. I'm going in. Don't know it? Now you know. Here's the declaration.
I'm all about answering the different voices that are inside one's head. There are so many different narrations in my head. Sometimes I'll say something, and right after I say it, my face will just be like, "Did you really mean what you just said?" So that's what conversation is. And so that's how Characters in the Wind is forming. My new project. I'm talking about that a lot because it's centered on conversation and just the ways how we can be led into different selections, improvisation. That's what Jester IX is, the whole symbol you see floating around. That's my signature in the knowledge of what improvisation is and the different places one can be taken through conversation. And it's really amazing to see how people take what is said when one hears what is said and how they actually react or respond to whatever has been said. Sometimes people can be triggered and it just can bring out all of these other things, and you never know what can cause it. And so the whole thing is to get understanding and to see and to reach some place of paradise clarity so that you can respond accordingly. All right, so here's the thing. I've been talking a lot about parades and how life has been feeling much like a parade, and I'm going to demonstrate that in a bit because that's what I'm literally about to do within the next couple of days when I explore the new Z, like literally just dancing, getting into the groove, new territory. And it's good to do that every once in a while, especially when I'm making a long visual piece like this. Because I know if I was listening to someone talk and someone was just sitting down the whole time and I couldn't see any kind of demonstration of dance, it would kind of make me feel like, okay, time to turn the channel. So
This one is for me and for you.
Let me just take this moment and acknowledge the silence.
Psst. Hey. Psst. And you gonna really be quiet the whole video. Psst. Okay. Silence is given.
It's like, yeah, be quiet. Silence is the answer. I've talked about this before, and I guess it's just one of those recurring messages that the universe has. Silence is abundant. You know, you can learn a lot from it. You can learn a lot by acting in it. And so that's pretty much what process is for me. And when I say I'm harvesting the static right now, it's really gathering everything in and just being able to meditate so that when the answer is executed, peace is thereby given. In other words, it's quite simple. So, but yeah, at the same time, it's just like activity, activity. That's how it is in my mind. It's just like I'm seeing all of these things at once. When you're observing and you're seeing and you're processing, you're like a sponge. Like sometimes you can be shocked. Sometimes people have talked to me in a way where I'm getting so much at one time. It's like shot dead. But then I realized, hey, it just everybody got their own thing. Everybody got their own language, their own way of speaking. And so I'm curious to know how you think. What you think? How you feel? Leave a comment, you know? It's that kind of thing. So there's freedom. There's freedom. And it's been fun just seeing the way that color can bring life to the new palette. When you go into a new place, there are newer expectations, you know. You never know what's going to happen because you're not familiar. You're not kind of used to the pattern and the algorithm. The pattern and the algorithm gives the expectation. It's like, oh yeah, well this is going to happen. Because typically it happens, you know. It follows some kind of code, but when you're in a new setting, you don't really know how it's going to happen. But it's going to happen, and then you'll get adjusted, and then you'll find newer forms of relating to it. So thank you all for watching this video, right? You watched this video and I appreciate it. This was my, you know, expression. And, you know, I love making videos. It's fun creating. I think creating is one of the best things we can do. That's the gift that humans have. We can create and go anywhere we want to go just by talking, by striking the match, you know, snapping the finger. So thank you for watching, and it's all for love, and I hope to see you soon. I know I'm going to see you soon. Can't wait.